Hello. I just wanted to talk real quick today about something that has already started, in my opinion. It's going to get worse, and we need to be aware of it so we can prepare for certain things. There's three words that I think is the chain of events: sun, climate, food supply. Um, if you look around the world, there's places that are running out of food already. Here in the United States, we can see that the shelves are starting to get bare. Um, that is because of a cycle that we're going through with the sun that I believe is affecting the climate on Earth. We've all seen how these climates have been changing, and we hear about these 100-year storms, 100-year this, 100-year that, 1,000-year this, 1,000-year that. So it's coming, and I believe it's going to get worse. Um, what's going to happen is in certain big areas, like in Africa, for instance, where they're drying up and they don't have the ability to grow or maintain their own food supply, they're going to move into other areas where they can do that. And there's obviously already going to be people there, and this is going to put a big strain on the food supply there. So what's going to happen? They're eventually going to move to another place to where the food supply can handle the amount of people that require it. So, in my opinion, I don't think we can do anything about that. The sun is the sun, the earth is the earth, and that's that. I think what we need to do is start to try to find a different source of food for us that can maintain us through this time. It will go back to normal, but I think it's going to be a very long time before that happens. Um, so what we need to do is find a different way to supply people in these worst areas with food, other than the way we do it now, because that's just not effective. It's not happening, and things are changing. Um, I think I've been watching this stuff for a long time, and I believe that people should start to prepare for certain things and learn to not have three meals a day or what you're currently used to. This isn't something that's necessarily a bad thing, because I think it'll make people healthier in certain areas for now, but we still have to deal with the food supply. Um, in mainstream media in certain places, it seems like if they say something often enough, it must be true, right? No, it's not. Um, we're not being told the truth about certain things. About a lot of things, actually, in my opinion. So we're going to need to take control of this situation individually, and kind of help ourselves along the way. Um, the sun is going through a cycle that is, it's been through before. There have been great plagues and things that have um, lowered the population over and over again. That must be for a reason, uh, because it happens over and over again. But that's something that we're going through now. So don't just put on, that idiot box you watch, and say, oh, everything's fine. That's what they're saying. I mean, come on. You should know by now, through the past couple years' experience, that the things they say are not true. They're blatantly not true. But that's because I think two reasons. I think number one, they don't want us to panic or whatever, and number two, I think they're so disconnected from us as Americans that in their minds they think everything is okay, because they don't run out of things. They don't have to go and pay for gas themselves. They don't have to go food shopping themselves. They are just completely disconnected. So people need to be aware of this. I'm looking into it more and more, and I think you should too. But I think people really need to start making plans for a food shortage. So, and I was one of those people who thought, oh, that would never happen. We're starting to see things now that we always saw happen in other countries that we would say, that'll never happen here. We're seeing all those things happen here. We're not protected or any different than any other country. Eventually, things will come here that are in every other country. If you look into it, you would be amazed at the amount of people, children, that are starving and die every single day in this world because of food. Because of food. So much food is wasted in certain areas. In other areas, they just have none. There needs to be a balance. That will increase our time and how long we could survive, and get through a certain period. We need to put all these ideas together and, see how long we could get through comfortably. And then if not, then we have to go to the next level and, maybe make it's a little uncomfortable until we get there. But people, you need to realize that the world is changing. The climate is definitely changing. I mean, that's easy to see. You see floods, tornadoes, earthquakes where they never were. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. They're ramping up. I don't think it's going to slow down. I think this is just the beginning. So do your homework. Look into things. Try to find ways that you and your family can, whatever you use now to get yourself through for a month, see what you can do to change that to get yourself through for a month and a half or 2 months. Okay, and then try to put away the same amount of food that you would for your 2 months right now, and that will keep you going for 4 months. But I think this is a reality that we have to face. Because if we don't, it's coming anyway. So just do your homework on this. I hope this a lot of people are aware of this and what's going on. And I have another video that I want to make about what I believe is going on as far as this big distraction that we're having right now. But anyways, do your homework. Think about it. The food supply is going to be tight. It's going to be rough. But I believe we as humans can get through it. We just have to use our heads and make a plan and change from what we're used to. We're just used to, tons of whatever we want. Hey, we get hungry, we go to the store. We need a sandwich, we make it, or we go to the store and get it. Those things are going to start to slow down and stop. So, and if they don't, we need to do it to make things continue for everybody. But anyways, all right, I've talked long enough. Please do your homework about this. Look into it, and I will talk to you soon.